want your business to go to another level. You must try to learn and hear something new. So make a change today. So don't procrastinate and see your business grow and change. So check out Testing Results, yeah, with Tony Harris Taylor. Tony Harris Taylor. Testing Results, oh yeah, with Tony Harris Taylor. Yeah.
Welcome to the Marketing Strategies for Drastic Results show. My name is Tony Harris Taylor. I'm the proud host of this show. I'm also the CEO and founder of Drastic Results Marketing and Sales Coaching, where I teach entrepreneurs how to get known, get connected, and get paid. I'm also a multi-unit award-winning franchisee with Network in Action Global Partners, where I bring business owners together to build connections, relationships, and build their business with business development skills, and most importantly, bring each other intentional referrals. Welcome to today's show. Today's show is a subject that sometimes is very taboo. But it's got to be talked about, and it has to be part of your business. Because if you don't get this, you got no business, period, point blank. And I bet you're thinking I'm talking about marketing, and I'm not. Today, we're going to talk about the cousin to marketing, not the same thing. Marketing drives people to you. Sales closes people and gets the money in the bank account. Most entrepreneurs, when they start their business, do not realize they must be expert marketers and sales professionals. And so today, my guest is my friend Ed Robinson, the Rainmaker, and we're just going to have some frank conversations about sales. Now, I remember starting my sales career as a financial advisor. And frankly, I have been doing sales up until that point. I did the normal Mary Kay. I did a couple of MLMs. I sold custom tailored dress shirts. Most people don't know that. I did that in the late 80s, early 90s. And so, but I got serious with my sales when I became a financial advisor. And you can practice or you can learn all of the strategies, but until you go out and actually implement, sales seems like this elusive thing, and the other thing is sales sometimes gets a bad rap. I don't want to be like a used car salesman. Well, don't be like a used car salesman. Be like a salesperson who cares about their clients and knows that their product or service makes a difference in their clients' lives. Be that salesperson. By the way, I bought a lot of used cars from really nice guys, so I'm not even sure where that bad rep came from. But the bottom line is, if no sales, no money. You can have all the marketing that you want and have leads, but if you don't know how to close them, you will not have a successful business. So when we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to come back and talk to my friend, Ed Robinson, the Rainmaker, about why sales are critical to the success of any business. We'll be right back.
Are you a franchisor grappling with how to stimulate your franchisees' growth and revenue? Are the phrases, "I'm not comfortable networking," "I'm an introvert"? Enter Tony Harris Taylor, your answer to these challenges. With her expert guidance and program, you can empower your franchisees to conquer networking and community outreach. Tony's program is designed to equip your franchisees with the skills and confidence to show up to the right events with the right people. It goes beyond making connections. It's about nurturing and leveraging these relationships. It's about following up, collaborating, and generating leads and referrals to maximize conversions. And ultimately, increased revenue for your franchisees and for you, the franchisor. Are you ready to unlock this potential? Reach out to us at 832-479-2088. Let's embark on this journey of growth and success together.
All right, we are back with my good friend, Ed Robinson. So, Ed, before we get into talking about sales, tell everybody in your own words who you are and what you do.
Well, first of all, Tony, thanks for having me here today. And I'll give you the short bio. My short bio is I have helped thousands of people learn how to grow their business, grow their revenue. Sometimes I even say eliminating the drought of sales. And we do that by bringing in more business. So there's two avenues I live in: business development and leadership development, both of which are really the heartbeat, if you will, of your business. Without sales, without leadership, you will not reach your goals. And that's why I'm excited to be with you today, so that we can highlight that. So I have spoken in 45 countries. I have worked with thousands of professionals, all of which interested in how can I bring in more revenue? How can I systematize and put in processes so I can not only make revenue today, but to sustain my business going into tomorrow.
I love that. And that's 45 countries. Let's just stop there. One day you're going to take me on one of those trips. I'm ready to go. So you also have some franchise experience.
Yes, I do. I started my consulting business a long time ago, in 1990. But prior to that, I had a franchise within an accounting firm, and it was comprehensive accounting, and they sold franchises to do bookkeeping, accounting, and tax for small and medium-sized businesses. And I know one of the questions that you ask, and hopefully I'm not getting too far ahead, is what drastic steps people make.
You went all the way ahead. But
I went all the way, but I just
went all the way ahead. Go ahead.
It was a drastic step, but probably one of the most important things and the best decisions I've ever made. And that was to quit my full-time job as a regional controller and accountant for a corporation, and to start my own business. Now, my company helped a little bit, and they helped in that the stockholders sold the majority of the shares to a guy who lived in France. And I was in Texas. Our whole office and our whole structure was in Texas. And they decided that they were going to move all the operations to Nice, France. So they made me an offer to move to France or to buy me out of my contract. I took the buyout of my contract to start my entrepreneurial journey.
All right. Very good. So I'm going to put you on the spot here. And if you don't remember, it's okay. Good. I often say I have a lot of love stories in my network. Okay. Do you remember our love story, Ed? How we met?
What? I do remember how we met, and I do remember that someone had shared with you that I spent a lot of time with NSA, the National Speakers Association, and that if you wanted to get involved with speaking or even meeting me, all you had to do is become part of that, or at least come and be a guest at one of our meetings. And you made the decision to do that.
Yes, you do remember.
How could I forget?
I was interested in what NSA had to offer, but when she told me that, I was like, bet I'll show up. And I showed up. And that was in 2017. And
Was it really?
yeah, we've been friends, fast friends ever since then. And
Absolutely.
so I appreciate you too. He's like a big brother to me in business. When things are hard, I call. I called this week. So he's just been a cheerleader for me and a supporter of me, and I'm very grateful. Okay, let's talk about this beast, this elephant in the entrepreneur room, the franchisee or franchise professional room, sales. So what, in your words, what is sales?
Sales is the blood, basically the blood that goes through the heart of the business. Without that blood, you're not living, you're not existing, you're not able to sustain a long runway of being in business. So one of the first things you have to do is, in addition to the marketing side, which is bringing people, and as you shared in your opening, it's setting up leads. Once all these leads come, somebody has to have the skill set to say, lead, you're going to become a client or a customer, and that customer is going to write you a check. And that repeating itself and that cadence allows you to stay in business for years to come.
Do you encounter, even today, I know your target market is accountants, bankers, you call it the ABC, so you say it better than me. So
attorneys, bankers, and CPAs.
Attorneys, bankers, and CPAs.
Yes,
all
people
right.
In the financial world.
Okay, very good. So do you still encounter pushback around sales today?
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, it's almost, as you referred to, it's almost taboo to even use the word sales. However, sales is an integral part of your business. Sales is, forget about the used car salesman and everything else. A true salesperson is someone who comes in and identifies what your problem is, and they bring to you a solution. So a good salesperson is constantly trying to identify what challenges do you have, and then figure out and put together a proposal of their expertise to help you solve your problem.
Yeah. And so we're pain relievers, right?
Absolutely.
Can a person be a business owner without being a salesperson?
I am going to say yes and no. Yes, in that there's some business owners who will hire someone like myself or hire a sales professional to come in and sell their business. However, even as a business owner, you need to know what pain or what problems you solve as a business, and then explain that to your sales professional so that they can go out and take that tablet to give to people all over town, all over the country, all over the world.
I am in total agreement. A business owner has to have the experience of selling their own product before they can teach someone else to sell it for them. And if you are relying on a salesperson and life for them and they can no longer be in your team, then you're out of business until you can find somebody else. So it's not smart business to leave the sales up to somebody else. I don't like when people say, I hate sales, I hate networking. Then you hate being a business owner, and you need to go get a job where somebody else is going to feed you.
You're so right. A sales professional, when they do it correctly, they're constantly asking the right questions to say, where is that pain? Imagine a doctor. A doctor, when you go in there with some pain, that they don't know exactly where the pain is until they ask you some specific questions so that you identify what problem is there, and then I can come up I can do that diagnosis and give you a solution or an antidote to help you deal with that pain.
Absolutely. It's a mindset shift. The other thing is, it is a learned skill. Sales is a learn, practice, refine, start over, do it again skill. So it's not like people can't learn how to be great salespeople.
You are 100% right, Tony. Because here, a lot of people will use the phrase a natural born salesperson.
Oh,
And it is a natural born salesperson who pays attention to their potential client. So let's let the rubber hit the road. I have encountered many a salesperson who are really glorified order takers.
mm-hmm.
Now that's calling the truth. There's some people who have a lineup of people coming through their door, and they're just basically taking orders and saying, yeah, this is what, and then when the customer walks away, he says, yeah, I sold a good one. No, you took a great order.
Mm-hmm.
Until you take the time to find out what that person's problem is, you're not really in the sales business. You're in the order taking business. And to have the sustainability, you really need to know what questions to ask. How do I do a deep dive into where their business is and where their business wants to go? And do I have the solution to help them get there faster, bigger, and bolder?
Awesome. Well, I love all of this. You and I can talk about this all day. We're going to take a quick break.
Okay.
And then when we come back, he's already answered the drastic step question. So I need another answer to that question. And then we're going to talk a little bit about lead gen and networking and how that's important. We'll be right back with my friend, Ed Robinson. We're back with my friend, Ed Robinson, the Rainmaker. So, Ed, what role has networking played in the growth of your business around 45 countries?
Actually, the networking has been extremely instrumental in me being successful. As I shared, I've been to a lot of countries, and I cannot think of one visit that happened without networking. So, I remember one of the times I was doing a leadership development program for a group called the Institute of Internal Auditors, and it was their international conference. And because of that international conference, I can tell you there's hundreds of thousands of dollars have came from the results of getting to know that group better, staying in touch with them, and basically enhancing my networking. It was basically a fan that just went broader and broader. And because they were from all over the world, they took me all over the world as well.
Yeah. So when people like you, and you know your stuff, you can't be lax on your stuff, but you know your stuff, people like you, they want to help you. The other thing is, when you show up in a way that they like you, then it's an easy yes for the next thing. Then go ahead.
You're absolutely right, because people do business with who they like. But one of the things business people do is, did you take time to understand me and like me and be a friendly face, a friendly person before you started trying to sell me? I want to know that you care about me, or at least want to know who I am before you start asking for my money.
Absolutely. And so the other thing is, if you get really good at building relationships and you start getting referrals, then sales is almost like you don't even have to sell because somebody else has already vouched for you. So it's now just uncovering the need. Am I a good fit to fill the need? And then closing the deal. So relationships are everything. I cannot say it enough. Too many people underestimate the power and the time that they need to put into nurturing relationships, because one relationship, as you said, can make you go viral, and so on and so on.
Absolutely. I agree
Well,
with you
Ed,
100%.
I know you love doing leadership training as well. So I just want to touch on that for a minute. I think your best clients are sales leaders, people who are combining the two lanes you love the most. But let's talk about leadership, what you do with leaders.
Well, one of the things I try to help leaders understand is, first of all, who are they leading? Leaders is not about getting a bunch of people to follow you. Leadership is truly about developing other leaders. You're not able to grow and do it all by yourself. But if you're growing and simultaneously developing the people under you, the people who are following you, so that they get a chance to lead as well, then it allows your success as well as their success to happen simultaneously, and you both grow as a process, and inevitably you become larger and bigger. I liken that to, forgive me for putting church in it, but my pastor is great at that. I've been in churches where they do not want other leaders to spin off and do their own thing. But my pastor, I think his calling is, how many people can I develop to do what I do? And I know I've been a member of his church for about 6 years, but he has built at least 20 other leaders who have gone off and start their church. So now he's got 20 satellite churches all over the country as a result of him developing and letting them know these are the skill sets you need to be successful in running a church and in being successful in this world.
And too many leaders, especially in the corporate space, think if I teach that person what I know, they're going to take my job, instead of saying, I'm going to move on and leave a legacy behind me, where people are saying, because of that person ahead of me, I've now been able to go into my next level. So don't be scarce. Be a abundant leader that wants to help people to grow. And then also, don't be scarce. Learn sales so that you can help more people with your solution. Because if you don't learn how to sell, more people won't be successful with what you do. So, Ed, thank you for your time. Would you tell everyone how to get in touch with you, please?
You can reach me at ed@edspeaks.com. That's my email, fastest way to get a hold of me. Edspeaks.com is also my website. If you want to reach me telephonically, it would be 210-601-5282. And it would be a pleasure to, if in fact you do, when we answer the phone, please share that you heard me at drastic results. And that way I'll know where that lead came from. And again, networking, this is a great way of networking. You're expanding your reach.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much with all your support, all of your help you've given me over the years. You continue to give me. I really appreciate our friendship, and that I showed up one day and it turned into all of this.
Not only did you show up, you showed up as a blessing to me. So thank you kindly.
Awesome. We'll be right back with my final thoughts. All right, pick up your copy of Show Up, Be Up, Follow Up to Blow Up at showuptoblowup.com. If you're not a part of my Facebook community, now's a good time to go over to thesixfigurenetwork.com and join my Facebook community. Wasn't that a great conversation? No sales, no business, period. So you, as the business owner, franchise professional, have to master sales. Then you can teach others to do it, but you cannot rely on others to sell your business, because the moment they're gone, you're out of business. Thank you, Mr. Ed Robinson, for sharing your wisdom and your knowledge and being my friend in business and in life. I appreciate you so much. Listen, sharing is caring. So share this show with your network. Let them know Tony Harris Taylor is dropping nuggets about marketing and growing your business and introducing you to fabulous people who have a heart to help you to grow. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you next week. This is Tony Harris Taylor saying take a drastic step today for a fantastic tomorrow. See you soon.